want to end on a positive note here. I feel like I drag you guys down. Feel free to email me, sam@valueeconomicsacademy.com, and tell you if I don't. But now this is obviously a very broad and wide problem, and we need some perspective on all of this. It can be overwhelming, and I don't help matters that often, which is why we need to begin with the end, and I would argue the ultimate end in mind. So it's not lost on me that Easter is this weekend, and I believe we should talk about why that matters. I believe we should talk about why Easter matters. So this is a bold claim, I think, to make in our culture, sadly, because I think Easter, again, everything that I'm talking about in the culture, I'm mostly talking about myself. Easter is a tread upon holiday in our culture. It's kind of a secondary holiday. Like Americans, we're Christmas people, we're 4th of July people, we're New Year's people, we're Thanksgiving people, we're Memorial Day people. We like American holidays. And we're a post-Christian country. We're not a theocracy, obviously. We're not a Christian country, certainly. But Easter is kind of like a back burner holiday. Like it's sadly enough, it's almost kind of like, President's Day or like all these other things where people are like, oh, Easter's this weekend. But the more and more that I've gotten into my faith, and the more I've understood really what Easter means, especially as we get closer and closer to this, and Easter is this weekend when this episode premieres, it's mostly kind of looked at as like an unserious, kind of like a wannabe Christmas holiday. It's like, the Easter bunny, all that kind of thing. It's like, okay, but it's not Christmas. I don't get anything really except for candy, and candy kind of sucks because if I can get like a new iPhone or a new this, it's like, okay, it's like a diet Christmas, whatever. But what I want to say to all the people that are kind of feeling this way, and I felt this way for a very long time, is that Easter, in actuality, is the most important day of the year for those who celebrate it. And it should be the most important day of the year. And also, I'm going to go one step further. It's the most important day in world history, and we should treat it as such. Easter should be where we reorient our year round, not Christmas. And again, that's a bold claim to make, and I have reasons to back this up. The reason for this, and it shouldn't be Christmas, it shouldn't be Thanksgiving, even though I love Christmas, I love Thanksgiving, the 4th of July is my personal favorite day of the year. I love the 4th of July. But the reason for this, the reason why Easter should be the orienting thing of all Christians out there, for those who are listening, is because, and all people, I'll say all people, because whether you believe in Jesus or not, and I would strongly encourage that you believe in Jesus because I do, and it's awesome, and it's fun, and it's hard, but it's fun, and it's great. The world was permanently be changed because of the events of Easter. When you look at the domino effect of Easter on world history, you will see a lot of wild things start to happen. There were wars fought because of Easter. There were societies that crumbled because of Easter. There were new ones that rose because of Easter. People died. And more importantly, and what I want to maybe end with here, is that it gave billions of people hope. It gave billions of people hope. The reason why Easter matters is because it gives hope to the hopeless. And we were hopeless. And I want to talk to the Christians now for a second, just explicitly on the Christian side. Easter is a story of redemption. And for those who are Christians, we need to know where we were headed before Easter happened, before the events of Easter unfolded and changed the course of world history. Because we were headed for hell. All of us were headed for hell because of our sin. We were going off a cliff until God, the God that we worship, Jesus Christ, stepped out of heaven to be with us. Think of how miraculous that is. Think of how miraculous that is, that the God of the universe, the most powerful thing that has ever existed by infinitesimal miles, wanted to be with us. He didn't have to go out of heaven, but he did. Why? Because he loved us. I've struggled with that. That's probably the biggest question I've had since becoming a Christian, is why in the world would God step out of the perfect place of heaven to come down and deal with us? These stupid, feckless, selfish, sinful, narcissistic, just awful. Like, we're awful. Like, I believe human nature is fundamentally bad because of what happened in Genesis 3, because of the fall, when Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. I believe I might concede that we're neutral, but we're definitely not good. Like, the people that say, like, oh, I believe humans are fundamentally good. I'm like, like that's kind of naive, and it is naive, I think. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that now. But, and not only, and this is unique among all world religions, all of them, not only did God want to be with us and come down and live as a man. Jesus Christ was a man. He lived. There's factual record of this. There's evidence of this. Not only did he want to be with us, but he sacrificed himself for us. When Jesus died on the cross, he took on death, hell, the wrath of God, and he won. and he won. I'm writing a eulogy for my friend Dylan that I talked to you guys about earlier this week. And I think the most optimistic set of phrases ever is in the Gospel